able to remove the Elise Cocoon, but the problem is that Renekton's right there to chain it into another CC. So even though it allows for some outplay potential, Renekton Elise can have a field day potentially up in top lane. And it really just looks like Damwon's sort of accepted defeat. They chose really late game scalers, but they give up all sort of lane control.
It's a really scary situation. Nico picked into the Corki there as well. It's not going to be an advantage for Showmaker there in the mid lane. Faker should still be able to be just fine, get to his item spikes exactly how he wants to, and control this map with the Glacial Augment, as well as his fantastic use of the passive of the Nico. At least Renekton needs no introduction. And they can even play through bottom side on SKT's side. I mean, you can bone skewer into a cocoon very effectively, misplace your opponents, and lock down kills. SKT poised to punch their ticket to Worlds and to the LCK final. Let's see if they can in Game 3. Of LOL Park in full voice here, as SKT fans can feel the World Championship berth is just around the corner from this game. As that's going to be a face check. Showmaker, that's going to be first blood so quickly. 2 extra assists there as well, and the game got so hard for Noguri so quickly.
Oh man, well, this is going to be a Renekton starting with, I'm going to assume, a longsword.
Or Ruby Crystal.
Or Ruby.
No, longsword's the decision. I like that more.
With a pot.
Yeah. Extra potion, extra
I had to leak
damage.
it.
Yeah, you did. You leaked the script so hard.
LS, aka longsword. You know, it goes.
I mean, there is an argument for Ruby Crystal instead.
No, there's not.
No?
No. I'm kidding, there is.
No, thanks. I feel legitimized.
I think you're smart.
Oh, well, Canyon...
Oh, not like this.
Yeah, another Bone Skewer is going to land, but the rest of the members of Damwon are going to move on in here. Barrel's going to go down, though.
What are they doing, man?
This is such a big deal. Damwon look to have mentally exited LOL Park at this stage of the game, and this stage is a minute and a half. They're going to lose their red buff. They're going to lose the life of the Tahm Kench. And Noguri is wondering what the heck happened to make this crocodile have an extra item coming out of the fountain at the beginning of the game.
I mean, the other thing also is that Noguri, he's opening with Sapphire Crystal with refillable, so...
And he's also taken the Klepto. As Khan...
Is this real?
This could just be the... Yeah. He's just dead. That's...
Someone better get Twitch on the line. TOS is. I'd like to report a murder. I don't know. What is he doing?
Okay. Well, he's gonna flash forward. He's looking for it. He does have the passive there. Wants another Q. Gonna find it. It's not enough damage. As the 2-0 Crocodile is gonna go home and teleport back with a lot of stuff. He does only have 5 CS, so I guess. It's not a gigantic purchase that he's going to be able to grab here, but the boots, the brown bags come in, refillable potion, and a control ward. And man, this is a 1.6k gold lead at 3 minutes.
You know what? Words don't do it justice. Let's just take it in one more time.
Yeah, that's what happens when you take the W first. And Noguri doesn't have any... I mean, he could have flashed in theory, but I guess he understands that Khan just flashes after him at that stage.
I mean, what he's trying to do by pathing down to the river is he's trying to make Khan believe that Canyon's right there and that Khan would just be donking off a kill.
Yeah.
But Khan didn't buy it. And so the lane state is obviously very awkward. Taste of Blood, Ravenous Hunter is on the GP. So with the Kleptomancy, the Sapphire start converts mana into HP by using the W and whatnot, but top lane is...
you can't convert mana
really
into
sad.
HP if you have 0 HP, though. That's the
That is weird. It's weird how that works, right?
Yeah.
Very strange.
Well, Canyon, 7-1 so far on his Silas, and Showmaker 8-1 on the Corki, but already giving up that first blood is Showmaker. He's unsealed the spellbook, but also feels like he unsealed SKT's restraints from heading to Worlds. Where do we camps next to each other here on Damwon and SKT's side?
It's very bold.
Yeah. Wanders over, takes some chickens, easy peasy.
Uh-oh.
They might be meeting topside, though.
This isn't the best lane manipulation, actually. Definitely a little bit awkward because it's a slow push into Nuguri. So if he crashes the wave right now, oh, they're also going to know that he's in Crom. Ooh, will Clid go for the steal? He has Smite.
Oh, I don't actually think that he moved over to see the Crom.
I think he doesn't want to give away.
Oh my goodness.
No.
It's a bit of a disaster here, but SKT are going to fully commit. The Cocoon is going to land. And Khan was tanking the turret, slices, dices, gets out. Canyon's going to be here, but the turret plates are not. Faker turning up in the nick of time, and they are going to smash down this lane. Nuguri is their target, and it feels like mentally the game has been won by SKT extraordinarily early into this one.
I get it. Damwon, they heard that there was no more PvE modes, and so they just wanted Gangplank to die one more time. You see?
Yeah, got it.
That's what they're doing here.
Well, do you know what Khan has? He has double the gold that the Gangplank has.
He's taking such a cautious route.
Yeah. Look at the walk is so nonchalant, but I feel like it's absolutely off-brand as to how this game has been going.
Oh, man.
Nuclear, the Heartseeker Varus on the bottom side, doing what he can here against Effort and Teddy. Canyon turns up as well. There's some opportunities here to possibly get some work done, but Clid shadowing pretty nicely, heading towards Bertha.
Lost chapter already completed for Faker in the mid lane as Clid is running down there with Moby Boots.
Yep, Boneskew are going to come in, but the Devour immediately comes out. Clid says, all right, well, now you're not going to be able to save Nuclear. Flashing forward, they are going to get the Tom Kench stunned up, but Beryl is pretty healthy. Max range on the Abscond is now Canyon in trouble. Another Boneskew. Kingslayer ain't going to do it for you, mate. That's not enough. And now Beryl completely out of mana. Effort trying to turn it around, and the deep water dive is there. The flash forward. Teddy grabs another one, and he's going to be handed Beryl on a silver platter. Catfish for dinner. Thank you very much. The Spider Lady's going to grab it, but SKT are 7-0, heading towards perfect game territory here, and a 13.6 thousand gold lead 7 minutes into the game.
I don't really know what to say, Atlas. I just want to throw that out there that
look, man, this is a tough one to watch, right? Feels like Damwon barely turned their computers on moving into this after that level 1, after Nuguri just throwing himself at Khan. Another opportunity now for Khan as there's not enough oranges in the world to save this Gangplank.
He doesn't care anymore. That's actually what we're witnessing.
And Khan didn't have flash. Nuguri had his. After the slice dice, Nuguri could have flashed and he would have survived.
The Damwon players have mentally checked out of the game. They're still behind us, but...
Yeah, he actually legitimately checked there, guys. That's the amount of worry that we have, because this is not what we want to see out of a team that I know a lot of people were very excited
I don't even...
to go to Worlds, right? And Faker just catching Showmaker out here. That's why he wasn't able to get any teleports happening.
The thing about this teleport that was so bizarre, maybe we'll see it actually in this replay, is Clid comes in here, he gets the Cocoon onto Beryl, and then Canyon lands a max range knockup onto Clid. Just watch this teleport as well. The fight's concluded. There's no way for Corki, even if that teleport finishes, that he can add any value to the trade. All that he would do is stop the bleeding.
Yeah.
And so, if you're SKT, Faker pushing in mid, Faker's going to get plates, Faker's going to get minion wave, XP, whatnot. Corki's just going to blow a teleport. Then we come up into top lane, and I mean...
Ow. Yeah.
I didn't...
This is Khan smurfing against Nuguri, and...
We're going to get a mature audiences tab here on this game.
Yep, I know you're always concerned about the TOS and whether we're crossing lines and things like that. And so far, I think our commentary is the least of the worries. I think the massacre happening in this playoff match, in the deciding match that will bring SKT to the World Championship. Damwon not having too much of an opportunity here. They will be probably the very top of the World's Gauntlet run. In fact, they will. But
Oh, now Clid doesn't have...
Okay, he's just going to hop on over, make a visit over to Showmaker as Pop Blossom comes in, lands onto 3. Killer Instinct right into the backline as Khan's turned up as well. Canyon hijacked one, but he couldn't get in there. Effort diving on forward, gets himself the stun. And we're delivering gold to everyone on SKT's side. Effort 2-0-6 now on the Pike. Not a perfect game. Damwon were able to get one back onto Clid. But that's the only thing that they can be happy about. It is a 6,000 gold lead. Well, 5.5. That's basically 6. And SKT get themselves an Infernal Drake. Quick shot, finally happy about it. 16.
16 AD for Kai'Sa.
Damn. That ain't bad.
Quite nice.
And she's got dual scaling as well.
Yeah,
that's really nice.
It's very nice. Very excellent here. As I mean, coming back into the live game, another Infernal is spawning. So
finally, the quick stats are coming into fruition.
If one wasn't enough to really spice things up, I mean, take a look at this. Pop Blossom comes in, catches everyone. Teddy comes in with the Kai'Sa ultimate. Death from below. Effort able to help his teammates clean up that catfish right there.
Yeah, wasn't able to get the second reset, but I think beggars can't be choosers in that particular point in time. Things going pretty well here for SKT.
No, one of the things I want to talk about is in leading up to this game number 3, one of the things that I mentioned is that Damwon looked pretty good when you consider who's going to really give them an issue in the gauntlet.
Yeah.
Vying for the 3rd seed at Worlds because...
and they have to win one best of 5.
They just have to win one best of 5. Now, the thing I'm worried about, though, is that losing a best of 5 in this manner, leading up to that gauntlet, it's one of those types of series that can really cause a lot of problems within a team.
Yeah.
At the end of this, how do they walk away from it? Is there a lot of blaming? Or you did this badly, or we should have done it like this, or I should have...
Yeah, why didn't you do that?
Why didn't you do that? And could it end up meaning that Damwon has a downfall and even loses out in the gauntlet? How they bounce back from this series is going to be really, really important because I just can't imagine a universe where they bounce back in this game.
Well, this game is basically over. It's one of the most over games that we've had so far, and I'm very surprised that it's here in this series. Not as surprised that it's a game number 3 like this. This is where all the pressure is in. This is a new team still on the side of Damwon. You could imagine that Coach Kim has certainly got some words planned for these guys as this one finishes. A lot of mental resets going to be necessary. The World's Gauntlet is going to be in, a couple of weeks' time. We've got LCK finals to come in a week, and then after that will be the World's Gauntlet before the promotion tournament as SKT are closing in on Nogari. This turret is extremely low. He's trying to keep the minion wave away, but it should be a dead pirate. No cocoons necessary. The turret's going to go down next. Big assists coming in from the Pike as well, who gets the reset. And now we're pushing even further forward. 12-1 in kills, 7,000 gold, the lead, and 12 and a half minutes on the clock.
Will we potentially have the fastest game in LCK history?
Well, that would be certainly pretty good for SKT, because what the time to beat is their own.
No. I don't mean in League of Legends. I mean...
In LCK?
In LCK.
Okay.
I believe Jinair captured that moment.
I can't quite remember.
This summer split, I do think so. I think it was like a 21-minute, 49-second game. I'm not quite Papa Smithy, okay? I can't pull these facts out.
Yeah, no. Khan's pretty good at that. As Canyon is pretty good at finding a crocodile, and Khan pretty good at not caring about that at all. He's looking for a Q to come back. Slice dice, he does die. In the mid lane, however, Faker is going to be able to lock down the kill onto the Corki. The Elise helping him out there as Clid does have to flash. As Damwon have found themselves at least a few of their sea legs. It's not their pirate, ironically, but he's now looking to try and pressure this SKT away and may actually just die. He did find the flash, but he's also going to find himself dying. Oh, Pop Blossom going to be enough. Effort grabs it with the ignite in the end. And despite them finding the kill onto Khan, Nogari still finds a way to die.
Effort has 3 kills right now, but I don't believe any of them are the Pike kills, right?
No, 2 of them are.
2 of them are?
Yeah.
He missed on Tom.
He missed on Tom, but that was a reset. And so he got the first one.
Okay.
And then
so the kill score on Pike is misleading right now.
It
for
is.
the viewers.
It is about like like 7 or something like that as far as gold gained for his team. As Canyon was able to grab this kill. That's great. Red buff working out there. As Showmaker collects the cocoon after the Valkyrie. Decent use of that one. Pop Blossom, though, is going to lock down the Corky kill.
Faker able to stroll away. And now coming back into live right now. Barrel just wandering about in bottom. This next Infernal Dragon, it's going to go the way of SKT.
Oh, really? You have to look at the script for that?
No.
Come on, man. This game is in a scenario
Trying
where
to be punctual here.
It's likely that SKT are going to win. I don't think you need the script anymore. You read out the outcome of this series very quickly, and it looks like you've leaked it to Damwon because they've stopped being able to do too much to stop the outcome that we did allude towards at the beginning of this series. SKT had so much momentum, and despite Damwon looking so good against SKT over this year, the entirety of 2019, it has been 9-5 in favor of Damwon starting off. Even in the Kesper Cup, denying them a finals berth against Griffin.
This is very adorable. They're digging their own grave.
Well, SKT are going to help them. Down to about half health here as top laners are teleporting in. We'll see who's going to actually be able to make this one work, though. Dominus immediately popped as Khan dives into the back line. Good Devour comes in. I believe that denied the death from below, but Nuclear should still be dying here. He flashes, keeps himself alive for the moment as finally Faker locks down the first kill. It's 1 for 1, though, as the Elise is going to fall off the back end. Double kill as Faker completes that. And now Khan, he's able to just wander around. Looks like Catfish has been on the menu all day. And SKT will move over and grab themselves an Infernal Drake, jungler or no jungler.
They're going to pick up this Drake. They're also going to get the Skull Crab. That's a nice little victory right there as Faker taps both.
Yep. 4-0-4, Faker not found. Is Showmaker over to the side, looking to try and get a steal with a rocket or something like that, but a stray rocket not going to be enough to stop the onslaught.
1480 off the second one.
Ooh, not bad.
There you go.
Kaiser doing better, though, in the first one. So
yeah.
Let's have a look at this fight once again.
As Khan actually, he goes in right into the backline, and Clit and Effort actually take massive amounts of damage. Teddy is separated from the fight almost entirely as he's busy fighting Sir Thomas on the right-hand side. Effort helping Faker.
Effort's pike has looked so
yeah, it's
good
very
this
clean.
game.
It is extremely, extremely clean.
I feel like Damwon's mistakes have sort of overshadowed some of the great plays that SKT have been able to make this game, which is a bit unfortunate. Sometimes you have to talk about the main issue with how these things are going. We have to remember that this is a very young team, etc., etc. But
smiling. He looks like he was laughing right there on his player cam. Maybe he's not actually in that bad of spirits.
Well, sometimes all you can do. We laugh to keep from crying, you know, things like that. Good snare landing onto Nuclear.
Oh.
It's Faker. Takes a couple of turret shots. Shoots him with a super soaker, though.
Ooh.
Blight. Yeah, blighted quiver. Stacked up onto Faker is going to mean that piercing arrow does do a fair bit of damage there. And SKT now should be freely able to knock down this outer turret in the mid lane. Demolish Brock is certainly going to secure it, as now Canyon lying in wait. Effort going to be spotted. Scrying Ward working out there, but Damwon moving through their own jungle trying to clear out vision. Canyon going to get bone skewered. And the red buff is going to go down. Faker, in the meantime, just going to be destroying the bottom outer turret. Free extra 300 gold. And we're very close to a 10,000 gold lead before 20 minutes has elapsed. So SKT not going to be winning before that 16-minute mark that we'd prefer not to think about. However, this is still a game that's going to be quite difficult for the SK Telecom roster to not close out. Now, 2 items already done for Faker as well. He is huge this game.
You want to hear about a game that it would be nice to freeze? It would be this one.
Oh, yeah.
For SKT.
Just because make Damwon have to come to you?
Make Damwon have to come to you, demand that they break it, because there's still 2.5 minutes until the next neutral objective comes up. And Damwon are not in a position to overextend on the map or try to invest any resources into vision.
Yep. Reminder, this does secure the World's Gauntlet. We know exactly who's going to be playing. If SKT are able to win this game, it means World's Gauntlet will be a Freaker taking on Kingzone. Kingzone with side selection And then the winner of that will play Sandbox, and the winner of that will play Damwon as the 1v1 on the bottom side. Faker not actually finding it too well, but the Pop Blossom's going to turn it all around. He found all of his buttons, and the Pirate is no more. I tried to word that like there was a chance for Noggery there just to keep the excitement up.
Some of these fights they are looking a little bit closer than one might expect, given all the advantages on the side of SKT.
Chain lash there from Canyon. Fair bit of damage onto Effort, but he's going to go underwater in the middle of the lane and get that health back. Passive pretty strong here for the Pike as Canyon moving on over. So much deep vision here for SKT. Damwon just can't enter their own jungle. Canyon, this is not the Silas game that we wanted. There's a Shape Splitter going to get Faker in here. That is not Kaiser. That is, in fact, the Nico. This turret's going to go down.
He's quite good at it.
Yeah, I know. Well, he's actually the best at it. As far as utilizing the passive, I think Faker really set himself apart by his navigation of that particular use of the Nico. It's not super necessary right now because all of SKT's members are about as terrifying as each other.
Taking a look at this 1v1 replay. This is like David versus Goliath, but Goliath wins as Faker. He's up 2 levels, 2 Infernal Dragons. Yep. And there's just not really that much Nuggery can do.
He died before the Pop Blossom damage went off. That was a Pop Blossom thrown out for the half-necessary shield. That's about it.
Well, this is going to be the 3rd Infernal Dragon.
Wow.
To cremate Damwon here.
When it rains, it pours, I guess, which is probably the opposite reference that I should make to an Infernal Drake. But that is the cliche. Showmaker barely avoiding. Now, cleared. Moving in, will find the Cocoon. Bone Skewer's going to land as well. Thomas is going to go down so quickly, but does keep himself alive. Faker off to the side. Now cleared. Over to the Infernal Drake, Teddy. Going to help him out. This is going to very comfortably go the way of SKT. On the bottom side, feeling like a scaling Renekton right now. 6, 1, and 5, and has both of the items that he wants. He's a GA away from being optimal Renekton far earlier than he needed to be.
Well, it does look like SKT, they can just take the Baron at will at this point.
3 Infernals and an 11,000 gold lead.
Even if, I mean, Gangplank, he can cast his ultimate on it. Sure, it'll stall SK Telecom for a brief period of time, but then they'll just restart it. Gangplank won't have the ult available, and then it becomes all too easy. This is a 10,000 gold lead at 22 minutes with triple Infernal Dragon.
As far as, like, statistics are concerned, if SKT spend all of their gold and have the Infernal Drakes, it's more like a 20,000 gold lead. It's insane.
It's really bonkers.
Whoa.
We don't get to see stuff like this all that often.
Yeah, not only that, but they have literally everyone that uses Infernal Drake very well. Like even Pike, one of the highest damage supports that you can have in the game. And Clit as well on the Elise. Burst damage, jungle is certainly going to be very happy about that. So it's 100% bad to worse for Damwon. And we can only hope that they can reset their mental moving into the World's Gauntlet. And SKT just looking like a step ahead of everyone else so far in this Gauntlet run.
I mean, SKT, they do look like they're playing this extremely safe, just to guarantee 100%. Now they're going to start the Baron. Klid's not there, so maybe Damwon isn't even getting a sense that this might be happening. But the real tragedy would be a Gangplank ult coming in and stealing the Baron.
We're going to need a 7,000 range smite, I think, in order for Damwon to contest this in any way. As our Showmaker's going to make his way over.
Klid is actually there.
Yep, and it was relatively slow, as Showmaker is at least going to get hit momentarily. Faker, that's a Shape Splitter, as now Klid is in trouble. The flash forward from Showmaker, but the Glacial Orb. Oh, not enough. Piercing Arrow is going to be there as Khan's found 4 people off the back line. He's going to have to dice to get himself over the wall. He does so. Effort dashing to try and get out of the way. Canyon looks for the death from below. This could be a triple kill, but it's not. He gets snared, and he gets Blooming Bursted. Now we're looking for empowered recalls. SKT. All right, Killer Instinct by Canyon. Yeah, Slayer's there, but he's just dead. He got through the shield, so shout-outs for that. But Teddy is very strong.
Man.
We've got a flanking teleport coming in from both the
All
top
right.
laner and the mid laner. Shape Splitter's in. There's the Pop Blossom. Doesn't actually land on anyone, though. Super Soaker goes out, finds the snare and a Nuggery on the back line, but it's just not enough. Death from below's there. Boom, boom, boom. Even the minion wave's going to suffer here as effort just rains down the Terror, and SKT are going to continue moving forward. All too easy.
That's going to be the end of the game. This should surely be able to be a Doom push, even though Showmaker...
He's doled out a fair bit of money, yeah?
He's doing an okay job.
Impressed, no?
I'm impressed.
Oh, we did it. We got LS to be impressed by the end of the series, at least. But not by Damwon. This was all SKT this whole series long.
Really playing it super safe.
Yeah, they break open the base here. They are considering going for a Cloud Drake in a minute and a half. With the reset, 2 minutes on the Baron. They will have a bit more time to utilize it. 6-0-7 here for Faker's Nico.
All right, well. Taking a look at this highlight one more time. Teleport came in from Faker. Couldn't quite find the ultimate, but it didn't matter. Death from below. Able to get so many kills for the SKT team composition. I mean, the gold score at the top, we don't need to keep talking about it. It's just going to be SKT.
It's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger, guys, is what it is. Don't get too alarmed by its size. It's just that Damwon are very far behind at this point, okay?
Well, they hit their 2 item spikes, okay?
They did. I mean, they're expensive 2 items as well. But I just don't know whether it's going to be enough LS. I have a feeling SKT can close this one out. They are so extraordinarily far ahead. Shape Splitter once again. It's a decent bone skewer, but the Cocoon is going to miss onto Beryl. Just for that one pick-off for SKT, just to ride this one all the way home. Lots of opportunities to get these picks as well on SKT's side. They've got the snare coming in from the Nico as well as any random Cocoon. As that's the Bone Skewer. The other option is Showmaker taking a fair bit of damage, but that wasn't the real Faker. Corky's going to be okay. Khan was on the bottom side. And now just trying to play aggressively here, moving out of the way of the barrels as there's the package. It's delivered over to the Crocodile, who is going to go gold. And SKT, can they actually find their way in? There's the Killer Instinct. And we're looking for Showmaker. We'll find him as well as Teddy. 1 versus 3 in the backline. Sacrifices himself, but I think he did enough damage there as Nuggery, the last man standing. And Faker with a Pop Blossom is going to say goodnight to Damwon. They wanted to go home and get an early one in preparation for next week's final because SKT is going to be there. LCK final, SKT versus Griffin. Damwon barely showing up in game number 3. But SKT, that is so many games in a row. 7 in a row. Through these playoffs, the Gauntlet buff has made this team into a monster. They have now qualified for the World Championship as well. The LCK final will be for seeding at Worlds between Griffin and SKT. So congratulations, making it to the final, doing it once again, running the full gauntlet. This is the SK Telecom that we wanted to see, that we were so surprised about losing at the beginning of the summer season. And now, after this, you can't help but just think this is the SKT that we wanted to see representing the LCK in 2019. That's a very happy Khan.
Well, he showed up big in game number 3, even though the start was a little